Bam. All right. Down here in the bottom right corner, we have, it says Cybernation. It's actually Cybernation Sarens. He's the French Terran player. He's the purple one in the bottom right corner of, this is Tal'Darim Alter. Over here on the other side, he says, hey, this DMLG, I don't know what you're talking about, but it is TSL Killer over on the bottom left. And as you can see from that scoreboard at the top, Sarens took a very impressive Game 1 on Xel'Naga Fortress into Game 2 here. I think
okay.
He wanted GSL Tal'Darim Alter, but it looks like we may have made, no, this is the right one, because the latter edition has destructible rocks at this third base.
What's in the top right?
Top right. I don't know.
Check the like the far top right.
Is he just saying?
Maybe there's like some kind of doodad, or like the waterfall is different or something.
Couldn't tell you. I'm not sure what they were talking about, but
so this version, if we go a little bit up and to the right of the Terran base, does not have
the little
that
land bridge.
Super abusive land bridge right there, where you can siege tanks, you can drop, and I actually like the fact that there's no rocks at the third.
Yeah,
makes things a little bit easier,
quicker,
to take your
quicker
third
and dirtier. Promotes a little bit more macro because you're not like having to constantly decide when can I go destroy those rocks. Like I'm sure that's really frustrating. The land bridge, of course, is really strong for Reapers too in the early game. You can just be super pesky, and there's no way they can chase you out because of it. It really kind of makes you wonder why Blizzard added a land bridge. They don't do that to any other maps. I don't know. There's destructible rocks on every map though. Anyway, Killer, of course, doesn't want the latter edition just because I'm sure he was brought up, so to speak, on the GSL version, playing in GSL tournaments all the time.
And Killer did get the Volcano Vespines, which, by the way, give double Vespine gas, if you didn't know.
They don't. Don't trick everyone.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, there are rich Vespine geysers in this game. You can't
they
just
are
be trolling.
Erupting from the earth, is my point.
I gotcha.
Not all the geysers on this map. For some reason, like...
There are rich ones somewhere. Where are the rich
not
ones?
on this map. Not on this map.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, like, one player always spawns with these, like...
broken concrete
geothermal Vespine geysers. I think they're all geothermal, but
probably
who knows.
Yeah, I'm not sure Tal'Darim's actual like geology, but we'll go with that for now. And Saren's not going to go for any kind of wall off, no weird choke business going on, and actually no super fast command center, but it looks like he is saving up for it. There it goes. Just saw that little ping from the SCV, so I'm sure we'll be seeing him in just a moment. Marine already in a good spot to chase away that scouting probe from Killer. And there we go.
Wow.
Command center dropped.
You know, I didn't even notice that there were little flowers all over the place on this map.
Oh, little flowers.
There's little daisies, man.
Yeah.
There's a little cute one right over there.
You knew about the whole Lost Temple shenanigans, right?
No.
Where you could, if you knew you were facing a Zerg opponent, you could click around to all the empty spawns in the Fog of War, and if there were no flowers there, you knew that creep was covering them. So they had to change, they had to like remove Lost Temple for like a day and upload the new one. And actually, I heard that Tal'Darim Alter had that same problem as well, but it was a little bit more discreet, and they ended up fixing it. They just removed flowers from the mains, really, like these main areas. They pushed them back a little farther and such, but yeah, that was an issue. These flowers are a problem, man.
That's interesting.
And it's only on like ultra graphics or something too, because if you have low terrain, there are no flowers.
Yeah. I actually use Ultra for effects and Ultra for textures, and lowest on everything else. And it's kind of annoying sometimes because, and that probe will go down.
Yeah.
He does see the bunker. It's kind of annoying on some maps because for some, but Sarens is getting a full scout. He just went.
Where is he? Okay, back in the natural.
He just went all the way in and all the way out. So he saw the Nexus. He got the gateway count. He got the timing there. I don't know why he stopped. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, let's pop back in. Yeah, he saw absolutely everything except that last pylon and little assimilator finishing up there. But yeah, he knows what's up, Taylor.
That's good for him.
What is he gonna do as a result, though? I mean,
Same build.
He's just gonna stick with what he had, right?
It's a good build, man. It's super adaptable. You go up to 3 racks really early, so your production's pretty decent. You can get early stim out, and you just continue to produce units off those 3 racks. And you can really contour it from there if the Protoss rushes for super fast Colossus. I don't know why Killer's trying to bypass this. I don't think that's a good idea at all.
Latency? I mean,
I don't know.
Zealot just runs head first into a bunker.
Oh,
typically.
I love. Oh god.
Oh no.
It's like a
no,
blizzard.
We're all right. Yeah.
I love the delayed Reaper from Sarens here.
Oh, he is building one. Oh my goodness.
And so he got that initial full scout, saw the 2 gates, saw the expand. Now, right around the 7-minute and 30-second mark is really when he's going to want to get in there again and figure out exactly what Killer is up to. Now, this Reaper probably going to get in there and and see that Twilight that Killer just built.
There's another command center going up for Sarens, too.
God.
He's going to go to 3 bases pretty quick. And
I love the positioning on that third. Look at that.
Oh, wow. He totally snuck it in. Wow, I just kind of assumed he was building it in his main and was going to float it over to that third, but that's actually super duper sneaky. You might not even need it if this Reaper actually comes in and does a lot of damage. Oh, no! Face first into some Stalkers. Sarens is probably wishing that land bridge was there because that's actually about where it is, right?
Yeah, that would be
near
perfect
that
for him.
third base, but he's going to get denied by 4 Stalkers instead and have to run all the way back home.
Oh, man.
And there's the death blow.
He should have gone up and around the top. He's probably used to playing on the version that does have the land bridge, because if the land bridge isn't there, you need to sneak in right
from the top side.
There.
Yeah.
And that's the opportune spot to get in, because who's going to have Stalkers waiting there if they don't know that you have a Reaper? I mean, that's pretty rare. We do have a Dark Shrine.
Oh, already?
Coming out of Killer here.
What are you doing, Killer?
Oh, boy.
He's already... Did he research anything in the Twilight? Because last time I saw a Blink, I didn't know what was going on.
No, he didn't. Yeah, that was weird. He researched Blink last game with no Stalkers on the field. I noticed that, too. He got Blink before charge.
He blinked one time at the end when the fight was, like, essentially over anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. Well, he didn't have much time. He wasn't very offensive that game either. Like, it's pretty easy when you're going into the enemy's base to do some nice trickery with the Blink, but when you're just getting crushed at your own third, it can be difficult. Oh,
the turret's on its way up. The DTs are gonna sneak in though.
LOL.
Oh my god.
There's one at the natural. Important to see. I think he did actually just kill that SCV building the turret. Yeah, he did.
No.
So inside the main, there are no turrets at all. He's killing the tech lab because it's researching Stimpack. It looks like he's definitely going to get that killed.
This is horrible.
And there's a scan. 1 DT already at the natural. Does get picked off. 2 missile turrets are going up. He's hiding all of his SCVs there just so those DTs don't do anything crazy. They did take out a second add-on there.
Yeah.
And now going for the reactor. He's coming back for more at the supply depot area.
Well,
just 2 DTs already paying for themselves here.
They have definitely paid for themselves. But the one thing that he has going for him is that they haven't killed many SCVs at all.
That's true.
He did delay the stim. Is he going to bust another scan here? I don't
know if
think
he can
so.
afford it or have the energy.
I don't think he has another scan. He needs to get this turret up. It's absolutely essential. Killer doing a very good job being as annoying as humanly possible with this DT. This is, I can tell you from personal experience, the worst possible situation. There we go. The last DT will finally get taken care of.
And he didn't build any more. I kept an eye on the production tab just in case he tried to sneak another one in there.
No.
He actually could have broke down maybe 2 supply depots there if he did one more warp in.
Here's the thing. If Sarens didn't have that third, I'd feel like he was way behind right now.
Well, it's not saturated yet, but it is in place.
He can continue to mule there. Where is that rallied to? Oh
God
my
knows.
God,
They're like, running across the map here.
The ants go marching one by one from...
Is he headed all the way to the main?
Oh God. I think he was just in like panic mode with the DTs in his base. I think he fixed the rally. Now we do.
Oh, he's probably just tabbing between command centers and ended up with that sort of rally.
Also going to be able to chain mule at that northern expansion. So his main and his natural will mine out much less quickly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of important because with mules, you know, sometimes if you're muling up on the same group of mineral patches, all of a sudden you're like, wait, how am I mined out?
Kind of like a 30-second gold base where you take one in desperation and then you mine it out in about 1 minute and you're just like, oh, that helped, but now what am I going to do?
Yeah, mules plus gold mineral patches, quite nice.
Yeah, and
it's one of those luxuries I don't mind.
Yeah, Sarens not going to be able to take advantage of that, of course, on this map because there aren't any gold bases. Killer taking his third base now. TSL third base. Anyway, I guess that wasn't even a pun. That was just like his name. That was just terrible.
That was a good one.
Nothing is happening on the map. I'm reaching here. I'm reaching a little bit.
Yeah, there's not that much going on.
Really, not a lot of fighting, just those DTs having some fun.
Which I think actually is a good thing for Sarens because the longer nothing is happening, you know, the more online that third base becomes. And once that's saturated and he's really got some economy going there, oh God, this drop is going to get absolutely shut down.
The Stalkers already have 1/1 upgrades, and they're about to get armor level 2 like we saw in their last game. And he is so ready for it because of observer positioning. He did have an observer in the base somewhere in there. I guess I can just take his vision for a moment and see, but he definitely saw the medevac leaving.
That's cute.
I like that. It's over the high ground there.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to matter, of course, if he drops a scan. They'll still shoot it down.
But he can't see
the glimmer.
The glimmer.
Yeah, the little wriggle in the graphics there.
That would be crazy if he actually dropped a scan there and saw it.
Good point.
But yeah, I think that's actually a really good position for an observer. You can't see the glimmer unless you have medevacs, which he does.
Yeah, that's true.
So he can see it.
If he's paying a lot of attention, because when it's not moving, it's even, I mean, obviously harder to see. So
I'll even zoom in and out sometimes.
Observer? Observer?
Yep.
Observer?
I really
Observer?
will. I'll randomly zoom in and out and just check my army real quick sometimes because it's actually way easier to see when you're zoomed in. It's huge.
I've seen Thorzane pick off observers. I was like, that's impossible. And then I just go back, take his view, and he's constantly doing this, like moving through the middle of Shakuris. He knows there's going to be an observer somewhere, so he moves honestly just like this.
Really?
Yeah, and he'll find him and scan.
I like that.
It's very good. I mean, Thorzane, incredible player, obviously.
Yeah, he really is a good player.
He's actually at the Slayer's house with Ryung, who we just cast that last series with, so I think he is headed home now, though.
Oh, he's training with the Terran Masters over there?
Oh, he's getting all the Terran tips and tricks from the South Korean pros, and he's coming to IPL 3. Thorzane is one of our invited players, so it's going to be absolutely ridiculous to see how much he's improved from his stay in South Korea. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
And this is a long line of
huge timing push here. Coming from Killer, and
look at that Zealot. He is anxious
to it.
Yeah.
Is he going to commit 100% here? I don't know if either player. Taking out the third or the suspected third.
He thinks he's ahead, perhaps. He still hasn't done any aggression toward that other base. He must not know it exists. I can actually just hit V and see that mini-map. No command center there for Killer's vision. So.
Oh, man, and that's so interesting because Killer has so much vision, you know, almost everywhere else on the map. He must think that he's
scattered all over.
He must think that he has so much map control right now. He's going to be pretty sour when he finds out about that snuck third over there.
He's just strutting around. Haters gonna hate. Just have his Colossus tagging along, walking around. I got control of the map. You're stuck inside of your two bases. I shut down your third. LOL. Let's look at the unit tab just real quick. 71 more SCVs than probes is bad already. Not to mention these mules that he can call down 3 at a time.
Now, Killer is going to max out here first.
Yeah, he's got good upgrades, though. He has been spending that money along the way. He's going to have +3 armor here soon, and 3 more gateways behind it.
Ooh,
and +3 weapons. Yeah, and we're just moving up to 2-2 here for our Terran player, Sarens.
So Sarens going to be a little bit behind on upgrades, but...
Is this another Nexus coming too? Wow.
So it is. He's going up to 4 base. He really needs to take that 4th.
Yeah, I agree. Just, need money to spend after these mains get mined out. That's going to be relatively soon here, I believe, for both players. Yeah, he hasn't been muling here just because he has other options, but both players are going to be out of their mains soon. Killer not really moving around too much, just going with like a little bit of a blink force here, trying to pick off what he can. Oh, he does snag a medevac with a couple of Marines still inside. He is going to be able to kill off all the rest, obviously, just because of the army positioning being so close by. Those extended thermal lances, Colossi can just hit a Marine from anywhere on the map.
And they can indeed.
Yeah, so I remember the old game Rise of Nations. Do you remember Rise of Nations?
Custom?
Old RTS? No, it was an actual full game. There were like 15 to 20 races that all had different racial bonuses. One of the races had a laser that would literally shoot anywhere on the map. That was like their racial bonus, that you could build this thing. I just remember having so much fun just shooting blindly into my enemies'
bases. That reminds me of a game that I was in love with as a kid called Total Annihilation.
So I played Total Annihilation.
Dude, the big Berthas, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's like the same kind of deal, except they're inaccurate.
Yeah.
Total Annihilation was
a lot of fun.
Probably my favorite RTS of all time.
I believe that was my young teen years, so I never was like super good at it, but it was a lot of fun to play with like neighborhood kids.
Oh man, I remember like the flashes, those quick firing little ones, and then they had like that game had so many mods too.
Yeah, good community-based support. Oh yeah, we got stuff happening here. Is he gonna move in? With
Oh
4th
god,
Templar, drop feedbacks all over the place. No storms though, interestingly enough. He hit some ghosts, and I don't really see too much blood there. So did he hit medevacs? I guess.
That was like
Zealot's trying to do some damage to a planetary fortress. That's like banging your head against a wall.
Like an Amazon sacrifice right there. Sending his 4 High Templar in to die for no apparent reason. He did take a few ghosts with him. I don't know how cool that is.
Medevacs, like both would be good options, but I mean
the ghost is like looking through his sights and he sees the High Templar just go like, and then he just explodes. It's gotta be the worst. This is it. This is the final battle. 200-200. Beautiful EMPs going down. The Colossus are all going to get taken out by the Vikings. The Zealots are getting taken out by the Bio.
Oh my God.
And once again, Sarens with a very, very clean engage.
Brutal. Like, the Vikings just hanging out over the top of the Colossi. All he has to do is move these million Marauders back a little bit, and they all stay alive. They cannot get hit by those extended thermal lances because the Vikings won't let him move into position.
I'm a new Sarens fan, dude.
Sarens crushing TSL Killer so far.
Really, though?
Let's see if he continues to move in through. There's actually cannon fortifications like randomly in the middle of the map. Storm drops just to try and keep him at bay, buy him some time to get some more warp-ins going. But that 50 supply lead for Sarens, I don't even know where he's going right now. But
ooh, he took
looping the long way
top
around.
right third.
The scenic route here, and
What
yeah,
a
taking
cutie.
another base, dropping a ton of mules there. That's the great thing about mules. If you forget about them, it doesn't really matter. You just spam the crap out of them later on.
Are those gateways going on?
They must be gateways. Gateways and cannons.
He's like, punk.
He's like, supply depot.
I see your depot.
I don't care.
Just starts building production facilities right in his face.
What if he like walled all the way around the depot with gateways?
Oh, wow. Both players completely on opposite ends of the map. Sarens, I think, in a much better
Where are
position.
these Vikings going? They're going to land, actually.
Killer going for the throat of the main. Does Sarens have enough back at the main to hold this off? It's going to be close. We have Ghost. Oh, I think he will be able to hold it off. He has Cloak, and there is no Observer. And I heard Ghost do pretty well against Zealots.
They pop him pretty quick with that snipe ability.
Basically a Marauder without stim.
No Observer there anymore, and Sarens just sweeped up there, no problems at all. His Vikings just cleaned out a lot of probes. He may have actually missed the chance to get them back in the air. I don't see any Vikings. Yeah, he landed all of them, just kind of sacrificed them to make sure that other base went down. Using his Medivacs now, dropping into the main, killing. Oh, right before Colossus finishes,
Huge.
He can actually just back up and run away. There's no Phoenixes or anything like that. Oh, he does snag one Medivac. He wanted to be a little bit quicker there, but that's such an easy escape route there for Sarens, and he has another big force of Marauders ready to go around the natural or the third area if he takes that long route around.
And
nothing there.
Sarens with a huge supply
big
advantage
storm
right now. 192 to 106. Killer has just been reduced back to 3 base.
And more charge lots warping in. Who knows where.
He had a lot of money
Back
banked.
to that cannon.
He was at like 1.2, 1.9, but I don't know if he's going to be able to recover from this.
That was it's pretty brutal losing that base, and he doesn't really have much else option for expanding. This is going to take a while to come up. I believe his natural is probably going to be mined out soon. It did lose a lot of probes to that Viking attack too. Warp Prism. All right.
With some High Templar.
Random Warp Prism with High Templar. That's going to get hopefully not picked off by Sarens. We can see if he's going to actually be able to do storm drops or something like that. I don't know where he would go even. I guess over to the third. Yeah, ooh, big, nice juicy clump of SCVs there if that Warp Prism does manage to get all the way around. Oh, another drop happening, it looks like. What is this? Just a few remaining Marauders and Marines taking out a Zealot, maybe a pylon here and there, and quick blink away from Killer. This is really all the action that's happening on the map right now. We get a handful of Marauders dancing around trying to stay alive here.
Still going to be extra annoying for Sarens here. You know, just to have to deal with those drops is irritating. It taxes your APM a little bit. Sarens also going to go ahead and grab a
ooh, that's so many ghosts.
Yeah, and they're all cloaked, and there are no observers out on the field whatsoever, so those ghosts are just going to go ahead and do work in the backfield. And he's actually using the ghosts as sort of a wall.
Nice.
I really like that.
Yeah, and again, Sarens doubling up on supply there. His upgrades are max 3-3, even though Killer's been doing a good job on his upgrades as well. It's just not enough with this many cloak 3-3 ghosts, man. That's just difficult to deal with, even if we do have observers in the air. But Sarens pretty much is going to roll through here. Nothing to stop those Marauders except a lone cannon. Obviously going to be picked off incredibly quickly. Sarens may not have needed that stim, but it is going to allow him to get this Nexus down in just a few seconds flat. Archon's coming in, more High Templar on the way, trying to drop some money storms. Let's see if they actually manage to snag anything. Nope, just a single Marauder kill. He's going to need these guys in case those ghosts pop back up. I'm not sure where all the ghosts actually ran off to. Is this a pack of them? Yeah, pack of ghosts just roaming around the map right now.
The wolf pack, baby. Rolling around, and man, those ghosts must have a lot of kills because they have been huge in all these battles. Beautiful EMPs. Lack of observers, I think, really hurting Killer right now. Not bringing in observers with his army
just
either.
Just one on the map total. Income tab really telling the story at this point.
And we're at the 27-minute mark.
Yeah, 43 Harvesters, obviously not what you want to have. He did finally get this top left base up and rolling. Oh, there's some action happening at the third where there's no longer a Nexus. There's just distance mining probes. He might even be able to take out this Archon, but it looks like Sarens is not too concerned about it. There's another fight going on up here, just clearing out the middle, so no mid-map warp-in's going to be possible anymore 4 Killer, just a single Zealot hanging onto the Zelnanga Tower, so he at least knows what's in this composition, headed toward his natural. Still distance mining because there is no Nexus action. This Warp Prism looks like it had to return home. I'm not sure if he ever actually got any action with that Warp Prism. Here we go, though. Lots and lots of ghosts once again.
And here it is. This could be the coup de grace. 1.5k, 2.5k bank for Sarens with a nuke on the way. He's going to have plenty of EMPs for these Archons. Boom,
Wow.
boom, 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 boom.
They
Archons just evaporating.
They didn't blink.
Wow.
No Archons blinking. Oh man, TSL Killer getting absolutely ruled 2 games straight. Would you agree with that assessment?
I mean, those were definitely very, very well played games from Sarens.